high point of his season to date.
I promise you, if he wins this race, he's going to call out and tell you a win is a win no matter what type of racing you're in.
Harry Melling listed as car owner. Hardy Boys Racing is what's on the pit board sign.
It's a group out of Georgia, dealership and all in Georgia. A good bunch of people.
It's fun to win a race like this, and nobody gave him this race. He's got some hard competition, been pushing him all day from behind, so it's a wonderful deal when you outrace all your buddies.
He passed Ernie Irvin for the lead at lap 8. Terry Labonte got in front on pit stops. It wasn't long before Elliott motored past and back into the front spot. There's Labonte. Looks like we'll hold on to second over the two Busch point chasers, Ward Burton and Joe Nemechek.
I find it so hard to believe that Bill Elliott has never won a Busch Grand National.
Yeah, I thought that was a mistake earlier myself. He's been in a lot of these races.
You know, I said it and I wasn't sure I believed it, so we had to look it up.
Or smoke in there coming in that corner. Elliott's got to get there yet.
So Bill Elliott, for the first time in 28 Busch Grand National starts, will go to victory lane. Winner of the Phase 150 by about 20 car lengths over Terry Labonte.
This time by, the white flag will be out for Fellows. These trucks have pulled away about 6 seconds from Jack Sprague. Here he comes off turn 11 down to the start-finish line. White flag is in the air. Now, does he have enough gasoline? Is the fuel pressure gauge steady, or is it fluctuating?
Man, these guys are white-knuckling it down to the wire. Less than a lap to go at Watkins Glen. The race is theirs, baby. He hasn't done much wrong today. It'd be a shame for it to all go away now. There's the gap back to Bliss. Valiant charge throughout the afternoon. Traffic hung him up when it mattered most.
Ron Fellows told us both in Texas that he would love to do something with NASCAR next year. Be it a truck, the Craftsman Truck Series, the Busch Series, Winston Cup.
He had trouble at Texas with the blown motor. He had mechanical problems at Topeka. 25th and 33rd certainly don't speak to this guy's ability to drive a car or a truck. Today, he's been the top cat here at the Parts America 150. And now it begins to look like he's going to make it. Benny, here's your checkered flag for Ron Fellows, who started it from the pole, milked the fuel for all it was worth, and gets a fist in the air as he wins his first ever truck race.
He is a happy camper. Wow, I made it.
Man.
There's the gap from first to second. It is nearly a second and a half for Ron Fellows. I don't want to jinx him either, but I think you've already heard the winner interview, ladies and gentlemen. The white flag indicating 1 to go. Fellows hard on the brakes for the last time down into turn 1. The position fights behind him pretty much non-existent. They're single filing it into the final lap as McLaughlin has that second spot, backing up last year's victory and wrapping up a very enjoyable week for him. He said flying that F-16 was really fun. Yeah. 7 Gs and didn't throw up. Pretty good.
He's flying around this course here today also, but my hat's off to that Ashton Lewis. We've talked about him all day long. Engineer from the 24 car, got the opportunity to get in a Roush car for one of Jeff Burton's car, and man, he's doing a great job running third right now.
The yellow number 9. Here's the guy who's been the class of the field since Boris said the pole sitter spun on the first lap. Ron Fellows, a victor here a year ago in truck competition, to the delight of the Canadians who come down across the border to watch the racing at Watkins Glen, comes back here a year and 3 weeks later and says, I'll do it again in a Busch car. Joe Nemechek gave him the call and the opportunity. And here comes Ron Fellows to win it at Watkins Glen, New York. Checkered flag is up, and it's history. The Busch Series has its first ever Canadian winner.
There's the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Will Mark Martin try to make his move here going into turn number 1? He cannot make a move.
Clark did not slide that right front.
Park is headed toward his first NASCAR Winston Cup victory, but let's not give it to him yet.
Well, Mark Martin, we saw the last couple laps. He has some good power in that number 6 car. He might be able to get in the inner loop a little bit harder than Park. Can he? Doesn't look like it.
Can you imagine what's going through Steve Park's mind right now? He has a good entry and exit from the inner loop. Mark Martin remains a couple of car lengths behind. He's got this long sweeper here. Turn 9, a straightaway, and 2 more, and then the checkered flag.
Both of those drivers just absolutely driving their heart out.
I'm telling you what, to get everything they possibly have in their body, trying to get to a victory lane.
Through turn number 10.
One more to go.
And Steve Park is going to do it. Steve Park is going to win the Global Crossing at the Glen, his first NASCAR Winston Cup victory in his 77th race.
Marcus Ambrose just took the white flag. The next flag you'll see will be the checker. Will there be no green-white checker here?
Franchitti looking racy, trying to make a move around Harvick. Harvick looks to the inside of Kenseth. Again, that's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Final lap, JTG Doherty Racing. Tad Geschechter. Brad Doherty, the co-owners on the 59 car. How special would this be for Marcus Ambrose? All the way from Tasmania, little island just below Australia.
Easy now. Boris didn't cut him any slack at all here.
No love lost. Remember, it was Boris Said who said, I will get even. Remember, he was very angry after what happened in Mexico City, and Marcus Ambrose needs to tiptoe here.
I believe I'd just follow him to the checker. Yeah, there's no reason to pass him. He's got plenty of cushion back there. These guys aren't going to catch him from behind unless Boris just stops.
Kyle Busch trying to reel him in. Turn 10.
Good caution, that's it.
That's it. Race is over. 59 car, Marcus Ambrose.
How about that? Gary Cogswell celebrates on the pit box.
Marcus, way go, guys.
And Marcus Ambrose goes to victory lane for the first time in his career at Watkins Glen.
White flag.
No mistakes, bring it on, buddy.
1 lap to go. Next flag ends the race. Do they have enough fuel to come back around and finish it? Kyle Busch looking to get back around Keselowski. Oh, big crash in turn number 2. David Ruderman.
Still green. Looks like Tony Stewart out through the grass in the inner loop.
And back through traffic. Caution is out.
Yellow's
Race is over. Marcus Ambrose is your winner. What
Congratulations there, Ambrose. You are officially a winner in the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series. Good job.
Allmendinger holds the lead. Here they come to the white flag. 1 more lap to go.
Hit your mark, buddy. Hit your mark.
Ambrose going to have to hold on to the second spot. All this is not going to
White
matter.
flag right here. Clear by 4. Hit your mark, man. Hit your...
Kyle Larson up to 5th place. Make it 4th by Carl Edwards. Ambrose holds off Kurt Busch. He's got half a lap to try and find a way to run down Allmendinger.
Yeah, that last corner, turn 7, was the corner that's going to be the end for Marcus Ambrose, I believe. I don't think he can get to Allmendinger.
The final straightaway. And 2 final turns. What a drive, what a race, what a victory. A.J. Allmendinger is a NASCAR Sprint Cup Series winner.
You have to attack, but but you have some room to back down just a little bit so you don't make a mistake.
And coming out onto the front stretch, the white flag in the air. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. 7 turns. He just needs to do 7 turns perfectly at Watkins Glen to grab his first career win. He goes wide through turn 1, the 78 coming up, closing the gap.
Fans jumping up and down, yelling, screaming, losing their minds here at Watkins Glen. Can Elliott hang on? He's back to 2 car lengths in front of Truex as they leave the S's for the final time.
Almost giving up the lead in turn 1, but he's now got another comfortable lead as he breaks into the inner loop. Martin Truex charges hard, trying to gain that ground back. No mistakes by either driver here, but Chase Elliott a cleaner corner. Now it's about 4 car lengths there through the carousel. Chase Elliott almost home free. Truex wide in the corner.
He looks to be in great shape, but the mistake that he made in 1 again cannot be replicated here in turn 6.
Truex is out of fuel.
Truex is out. Now Chase can just cruise to victory lane.
His spotter lets him know he's out of fuel. Chase Elliott comes out of turn number 7. The crowd roars. They're going to see for the first time Chase Elliott win in the Monster Energy Cup Series.
All kinds of pressure here as they exit into the carousel. He gives him the bumper. Cindric on his bumper pushes him up out of the groove, making the pass. He's going to clear. He's going to take the lead now. What will Allmendinger do on corner exit?
Did he move him far enough away? He used a bumper. That gave permission for Allmendinger. Allmendinger right on his rear bumper. Will he use his front bumper in 6? Little bit of contact, pushing him. Moon drives him into the corner deep, drives underneath him. Going to move past Cindric. Can Cindric stay close enough to him to return the favor?
Whoever has the last attempt at the bumper is going to win this one. Now, he moves to the inside. The white flag is out, side by side. Cindric out in front again. Austin Cindric looking for his first ever win in the Xfinity Series. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank.
They dive deep into turn number 1. Cindric slides into tad wide. Dinger goes wider. Here they come now into turn 2. Into the S's for the final time at Watkins Glen. Cindric trying to hang on to the race car, but A.J. Allmendinger is there. He is on the back bumper. This is the battle for the win. Dinger wants the inside, and Cindric will not let him have it.
Amazing run through the S's for Allmendinger, but Cindric pulling away toward the braking zone. AJ is not close enough to be able to do anything here in the inner loop. Through the inner loop, Cindric looks in the mirror, hoping to see a gap between him and Allmendinger to be able to get comfortable through this carousel. No mistakes for the 22 through the carousel on corner exit, driving away, extending that lead.
Austin Cindric now has a big enough gap on Allmendinger. He can just be cool, be smart. You do not have to overdrive turn 6 to stay far enough away from him. Job done. Now set up turn 7, comes to the checker.
Brian Wilson, the crew chief, made the call, brought him to pit road for fresher tires. The 20-year-old makes the final turn. He comes in front of the grandstands. He'll get his first Xfinity Series win. Austin Cindric does it at the Glen.
So far up through the gears, everybody inside the top 10 has been able to make it into turn 1. Side by side for the lead. Zilich up the racetrack, a wreck in the back, but off of the track. 3 wide for second. Connor Zilich out front.
They're leaning on each other for the second spot. 3 wide up to the S's. Here comes Connor Zilich in the 88.
That was big for Creed to get to second. He is plenty good on fuel. Meanwhile, Herbst gets turned in front of the back half of the top 10. Another car slams into the wall. They are wrecking hard on the back straightaway as everybody piles in. Caution flag is out.
And this is great for Connor Zilich because caution comes out. He's got to reduce his speed to a cautious pace, but he does have to get all the way back around.
It's downhill from this point of the track, Rick. The 88 should be able to coast it home.
Look, you did a hell of a job today, buddy. I'm so proud of you. This was what the effort went into. Thank you. Thank you. All you guys. 88 group, y'all been awesome the whole time.
The 18-year-old Connor Zilich is going to win in his first start at the Glen.
Let's go! Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Nice work, dude.